Shelby's up. Little Preacher's up. Ringo's fast asleep. Chilling with that gut of his out. Oh, little yawns from Ringo. Hey, Ringo. Oh, Mama's up. Well, I guess I just woke everyone up. Didn't mean to. Hey, buddy. Where's Saphira? Is she outside? Oh, there you were. You're hiding. How are you? We got a 70-degree day today. Kind of the perfect day. Let's go see if we can let Lexi out. Some of her treats. Lexi. Lexi. Oh my, how are you? Good to see you. Sorry if I woke you up. Everything's so quiet and chill today. You want a little treat? Hey Avina, how you doing? Welcome to the Happy Old Dog and Cat Farm. Thanks, this is Lexi. She's 18 years old. And we're just giving her some treats. Hey, how you doing? Thanks for checking in, everyone. This is Lexi. She's 18 years old. She's kind of the queen of the farm. And she's always up for a good treat or two. And we've got some other kitty cats here, and then the Happy Old Dog and Cat Farm has 5 dogs at any given time. So we adopt older animals, and we try to remind people to adopt older animals, and we let them live out their last days here at the farm. So that's Lexi. You gonna come out? Come on out. Come on out and hang out. Here's some of the dogs. There's Ringo, our other cat. There's Shelby. There's Bernie. There's Preacher and Saphira. Hey Saeed, how you doing? Here's Lexi. Come on out. Lexi, don't be shy today. Come out. It's a beautiful day. Lexi cat. The internet wants you to come out and play. Aw, cutie. We also have Tammy, our barn cat, but we have to keep her separated because she's in heat right now and she'll escape. But we'll go in and visit her later on. Give Lexi a kiss? Definitely. I'll give her scrunches too. No one's coming for you. You're all safe here. So how's everyone's Saturday going? There's cute little Shelby. One of our little sweethearts with these big cute ears. Here's a little Bernie. He's always a cutie. Miss Safira. Hi. How are you, Queen? And here's little Preach. Oh. Ooh, almost pulled a muscle. Caught it just in time. Here's a little Preacher. Oh, Safira. Here's a little Preacher. Let's go. Houses of heaven. Well, we definitely have our pets. And then there's Ringo, who goes for walks now with all the dogs. He goes on adventures with us now. Oh, Ringo, don't get all shy all of a sudden. He likes getting scratched on the butt. And then this is Mama. She's always a sweetheart. Aren't you? Aren't you a sweetheart? Thanks, Brian. We've got 5 dogs and 3 cats out here. Here's 2 of them. Here's 2 of the cats. They get along, but Lexi's kind of a loner. And this is the Happy Old Dog and Cat Farm. I'll put a little sunlight there. There's the barn. There's our shed. We got a greenhouse behind the shed. And, oh, geez, this plant's dying. I keep forgetting to come out and do something about that. But it's a really quiet, beautiful day. Oh, sure, I can show the greenhouse. Oh, do you want me to go into the greenhouse? I can head in there. Who wants to go to the greenhouse? You guys want to come out? Come to the greenhouse with me? Let me know if the image gets grainy. The greenhouse is kind of my wife's domain. So if you have specific questions, I might not be the best person to ask, but I can definitely show things off. We got my guy Bernie here. He's always following me. All right. So this is the greenhouse at the Happy Old Dog and Cat Farm. My wife specializes on mostly tropical plants out here. So, got cute little... Thanks, Brian. Cute little plants. And, you know, we keep them at climate throughout the winter, which can be hard sometimes. Because it does get cold here in Tennessee. But we got my boys out here. This is still one of my favorite cacti. No, we're just a dog and cat farm, and we grow vegetables and plants. Oh, here comes Ringo. It's still only it's only like a 5.5 acre farm, so doing any agriculture on a serious level is not really in the works. Got Safira out here. Got Bernie out here. Got a little Preacher hiding under there. Don't let them chew the plants up. They won't. Ringo's actually loves it out here. Cats really love the greenhouse because it's a little warmer. But yeah, we're the Happy Old Dog Cat Farm. We do a lot of drops of media. We do ASMR shorts with Miss Lexi, our golden, our orange tabby, and my neighbor has some horses. We visit Sassy the horse a lot. It looks like, oh wow, you can start seeing the road again. Some guy riding by on his big boomer motorcycle. I'm sorry to hear that, Brian. Where are you from? To be fair, it's been gloomy and rainy here. We got a really nice day today. Personal? Oh, sorry. Well, no big. We'll go back and check on the others. Come on now. So yeah, everybody, the main message of our channel is to just remind people that when you're presented with the opportunity, try to adopt older dogs and cats. They're the ones that are forgotten about the most, and in our experience, they're the coolest out of all the animals. Come on back in, guys. Little preacher. 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 Hey. That dog is so spoiled. We spoil him so much. How you doing, Queen? You want to go out for an adventure? Oh, here comes Ringo. What's up, Ringo? You coming back in? Come on home. Oh, you want to chill in the cement? That's cool. You want to go out? All right. Cat adventures. So that's Ringo. We just fostered him, and we decided he's too cool of a cat, and we're gonna keep him. He's about 3. This is Lexi. She's about 18. And we like to take her on adventures too. We do some widescreen videos on this channel of Lexi going on adventures. It's kind of what built the channel to begin with. And she sort of is the... I'll try to get out of the shadow here. Get my shadow out of the shot. Here we go. Hey, Queen. How are you? I love seeing you. Hey, Pinky, how you doing? Just having a nice time out at the farm, hanging out with Ringo and Lexi. I'm probably gonna go in and say hi to Tammy, the little barn kitten. And yeah, happy Saturday. Hope you had a great week. You know, fun fact about plants is that if you let it get bad enough, poison ivy will kill a tree. It'll just grow up the tree and it'll just start poisoning it slowly over time. Pretty cool color on those leaves right there. But yeah, I had a tree that was dying, a cedar tree, and I realized it was poison ivy that was doing it. Oh, look at Lexi trying to get into the garbage bin. That's Lexi's catio. A little laggy? Okay, I'll try not to move the camera so much. But yeah, everyone feel free to to chime in if the picture looks a little weird. We were just out at the greenhouse. Hey Kim, how you doing? How's Colorado? We're in Middle Tennessee, just north of Nashville. We've got a deep arching afternoon sun. It always bums me out when I can start seeing the cars on the road more, because that means winter's coming. During the peak of summer, you can't even see them. Yeah, how's Colorado? We're the Happy Old Dog and Cat Farm, and we just try to remind people to adopt older dogs and cats. And this is Lexi, our orange tabby. She's 18, and we always appreciate people give likes or subscribes or check out some of our other videos. Share them with friends. You got to keep an eye on this guy. We've been giving him kind of free run lately because he doesn't go too crazy. He does like to take dirt baths. He likes to roll around in the driveway. Lexi, you sure got some energy today. So yeah, everybody, if you can give a like and subscribe, we always appreciate it. And I don't mean to sound redundant. I just know that there's thousands of people that scroll through this stream for only a few minutes. But we try to do regular streams on the weekends. At least I try to. But I think we got Miss Lexi heading back to the greenhouse, one of her favorite places to chill out on the farm. Yeah, we definitely have fall here. Fall's very short in Tennessee, though. Yeah, let me see if I can... The trees don't really change a ton of different colors. Where you want to go? You want to go to the greenhouse? We can go. Oops. The only problem about where I live is we have hilly country roads out here, and like every weird boomer that has an obnoxious motorcycle likes to go riding around here. So like you always hear like just the worst sounding chainsaw in the world drive by every like 5 or 6 minutes. Which isn't the worst, but it happens. I was just patching up the greenhouse the other day. Is this everyone? Are we lagging here? Because I think it can also be from me walking away from my Wi-Fi router, even though I'm only 50 feet away from it, probably. One thing, Pinky, you could try doing is just logging off and logging back on. But yeah, 65 people watching. This is great. Feel free to say hi. We like chatting about anything. Last week I did a cooking demonstration. This is Lexi's spot. This is where she loves to chill out. Hi, Dolores Martinez. Nice to see you. Lexi, you don't have to go anywhere. You can chill. You can chill. Yeah, good girl. Let's chill out for a little bit. A lot of guys on Harleys. Oh, there's old Ringo. for a while Lexi and Ringo weren't getting along. They're chill with each other now. Wow, thank Doggy McNaughty sent 100 times 2. Thanks. Um, I'll admit I'm not sure exactly what that means, but thank you. I love the gesture, and we'll put you in the credits of the new videos that come out in widescreen, where I thank everybody. We have a Patreon. We also have a Discord server. It's all Happy Old Dog and Cat Farm. We're gonna be premiering a Lexi episode at about 5 p.m. Central Time today. So probably about an hour after we stop the live stream. And yeah, the new episode is already up on Patreon. It always comes out early on Patreon. Sorry, and everyone, chime in if it's lagging for you or not. If it is, I'll go back to the house. Maria Teresa, thank you so much. And everyone, don't forget to adopt old dogs and cats when you get the chance. They're the ones that are forgotten about, and they're honestly the best animals and the easiest animals to bring into your life. All right, sweetheart. When Lexi's out in here we go. Sorry. When Lexi's out on the prowl, she doesn't like to get pet too much. She likes to keep her wits about her. Hey, Monty and Dusty. We're doing great. I hope you have a great weekend too. And all animals deserve love. We just try to bring awareness to people of the fact that there are senior dogs and cats that just get left at pounds and rescues. And if you want to have a fulfilling experience with a dog or a cat, adopt an old one. You'll never regret it. But yeah, I mean, we try to highlight that, but we've got Ringo. He's a young guy, but he was also really sick. And then we just found Tammy out in our barn right there. She's only 6 months old. And the problem with Tammy is she's in heat right now. Like little kittens go into heat. What's in that bucket? Little scrunch. And yeah, so here's someone asked for me to go out to the greenhouse, so we're back out in the greenhouse. Lexi wanted to come out. And we try to get tropical plants to grow out here, which can be hard. But we'd love it if you could subscribe or give a like or just check out some of our other videos, or just hang out with us on the live stream and just, take a look at a nice calming environment. People really seem to like it out here, and we seem to have an effect out here on animals where we can bring peace to them very easily. Pinky Winky sent pumpkin on head. Thanks, Pinky. Pinky, what? Monty and Dusty says, me and my wife just saved another cat. She's a white short hair, a year and a half old. She was spotted at McDonald's, so we called animal control, and they sent a trap at the drive-thru and caught her. Wow. You're heroes, Monty and Dusty. Thank you for doing that. That's amazing. That's so cool. There's a mechanic near us who started leaving food out and he now has about 10 or 12 cats hanging around his shop in town. Mickey, that's a great name. Look at Lexi, she's all excited. Me and my wife went hiking the other last week, and near the trailhead there was all these cats. There were so many cats hanging out, and they're all gorgeous too. But yeah, this is the life of a cute little chubby 18-year-old cat who melts our heart. Right, Lexi? You ready to go back? So Pinky, what is a pumpkin on head? Oh, I noticed there's like a 202 gems. So what do the gems do? What do these little gems do? I don't get it. Thanks, I appreciate it. Oh, you just pointed it out. Oops, sorry. The whole thing's ready to fall off. Where did Miss Lexi go? Is she inspecting my car again? Oh, here comes Ringo. What's up, buddy? Oh, there she is. This is how she usually goes back inside on her adventures. I don't know if this is unlocked. Oh, it is. Hi, Saphira. Give her room. There you go. Ringo cleared some space for you. Don't go outside. Go for it, Lex. There you go. You want to go inside, sweetheart? She could. Everyone say bye to Lexi. She's going back into her lair. Oh, butternut squash. Yeah, no, you want spaghetti squash. And believe it or not, if you search on the internet, properly prepared spaghetti squash, it was one of the first things I ever did on the internet that went viral. I created, here's Tammy, her little barn kitten in heat. She's making all sorts of noises. Yeah, probably because I'm back in the house. So sorry if that was lagging for everybody. So here's our little sweetheart Tammy. Tammy the kitten, who's in heat, making all sorts of chirps. Yeah, search properly prepared spaghetti squash. I posted it up about 20 years ago. And it's become kind of like the recipe for spaghetti squash. And it's great. It's really good. I like, my favorite is pesto spaghetti squash. Um, it's low carb, and the noodles are good. But here's old Tammy girl in heat. We're still gonna. What's this cat doing? This cat is Tammy. She's our little kitten we found in the barn like a month or two ago. And shortly after feeding her regularly, she went into heat. So we have to keep her separated until we can get her fixed on the 17th, I think. The soonest we could get her in. Yeah, she's an absolute sweetheart. She barely weighs. She's growing though, but she probably weighs about 8 pounds now. And yeah, interesting lesson to learn about cats is even little kittens can go into heat. Let me reposition so I can get a better angle on you. There you go. You gonna chirp for us? You poor gal. She's been waking us up at night with her chirps. She's definitely got the call of nature. Butternut squash soup, yeah. Actually, so there's this butternut squash recipe, and I don't know if you want to go through the hassle of it, but so basically you hollow out the butternut squash, and then you put mint. It's a combination of mint, pine nuts, and like Italian sausage, but you like crumble it up. It's mint, pine nuts, and Italian sausage and then you cook it in the butternut squash like half. And that's mint, pine nuts, and squash. No, I'm sorry. It's mint, pine nuts, and blue cheese or Roquefort cheese. And I saw like another version of it. Why, girlfriend? Oh yeah, you gotta spay and neuter your pet. I mean, look at her. She's a mess. So yeah, it's a butternut squash recipe. You cut it open and then you cook. It's pine nuts, mint, and Roquefort cheese. That's what it is. Yeah, it's absolutely delicious. It's like the one thing that I found that makes spaghetti squash or makes butternut squash not taste like baby food, because I like it, but I just feel like I just can't stop thinking about baby food whenever I eat it. And that was the one dish I ever had. You poor girl. So yeah. Oh, she's all sensitive. I'm sorry, sweet thing. We're working on it. Yeah, I mean, butternut squash is kind of like whenever I have butternut squash soup, one, it's so easy to make. It's like, oh wow, you pureed butternut squash. And then two, like it'll just never not taste like baby food to me. Your kitty's name is Margaret Joy, Crochet Queen. Awesome. Well, this is our sweetheart Tammy Fox, and this poor thing is just raging with hormones right now. But yeah, everyone, we're the happy old dog and cat farm, except for Tammy. She's our little kitten we found in the barn, and we love it if you can like or subscribe or check out some of our other videos. We're gonna have an ASMR cat video adventure with Lexi, our 18-year-old orange tabby. It's gonna be dropping at about 5 p.m. Central Time. It's probably in a couple hours. and this little thing is just besides herself. Let me rub you. Can I rub that belly? Does that feel better? Yeah, you like that. Rub that belly a little bit. You got yours fixed last November? That's great. We just found her, and we just found Tammy in our barn, and 4 weeks in, all of a sudden we realized she's in heat. And she just wants to go find a man. She got out one day and it took my wife 2 hours to get her out of the barn. She just went to the barn where we found her. But yeah, everyone, always spay and neuter your pets, but also adopt older dogs and cats if you can. Sticking that butt up. You sweet thing. I wish we could get you fixed sooner, but we're trying. This is our queen. This is one of our little queens right now. Let's work on focusing. There you go. And no, we're not gonna let you have little kittens at such a young age. Your cute little pink nose. Wow, viewership's going down. The internet doesn't like kitty cats. What's going on with that? What's going on with that, Tammy? Right on, Pink. Take care. I'm sorry, you have to keep you alone and you can't hang out. But yeah, feel free to ask any questions or chime in if you're outside of the United States. I'd love to hear perspectives from other people in different countries. We're in the Middle Tennessee area of the United States, north of Nashville. And yeah, the home of crappy country music. And horrible backwards thinking state politics. But we do have beautiful little things like Tammy come into our life. No regrets. I'm sorry, girlfriend. I know you can't get comfortable. I know it's hard. So yeah, folks, Happy Old Dog and Cat Farm. We'd love if you could subscribe or check out some of our videos. We also have the Discord server. We also have the Patreon. We got a whole mess of stuff going on this channel. And we do put out regular content in both vertical format and widescreen 60 frames per second format. I think this poor girl just wants to be left alone. Sorry, sweetheart. She's just got that butt sticking up in the air. Oh, poor thing. I can't believe we can't get her in sooner to get fixed. Sweetheart, I'm sorry. All right, we're going to let her be and hopefully get some rest. She deserves it. Let's go out here and see what we got going on. We got to make sure she doesn't escape. Who are you barking at? Hey, Miss Shelby. Hi, Alina. How are you? Alaina? I hope I said that correctly. Hi from Ringo the cat. Wow. If anybody has any idea what that says, I think is that Korean am I looking at? Look Korean. Welcome to the Happy Old Dog and Cat Farm. We definitely appreciate it though. We love talking to people from other countries. However, I'm only very good at Spanish. Mama's looking off. She hears dogs barking over in the other holler. I wish I had the ability to access my translator to see what Aliana is saying. If anybody does, yeah, I can't check that out. So check this out. See how that's broken? A bird did that. A bird flew right into that window and broke it. What do you guys say about that, Ringo? Our Japanese friends say that Ringo means apple. Have you seen a more content cat? This is one of the coolest cats me and my wife have ever had to deal with. He jumps up in our laps like a dog. He goes for walks like the dog. He eats with the dogs. He naps with the dogs. He is slowly becoming a dog, aren't you? Except you're like a super dog because you can jump really high. Oh. How are you? As one content kitty. This table is becoming Ringo's perch spot. Can we see your beautiful green eye? How about your other one? No? Too sleepy? Too sleepy? Give that belly some rubs. Yeah. Wow, I never noticed Ringo's got a little black spot on the top of the roof of his mouth. Ringo's fur is so soft. Oh, getting personal. What do you say about that, Bernie? We'll go back in where everyone's chilling. You know, we don't focus enough on Mama during these live streams. Julie Queen, how are you? Our little mini. Miss Saphira. Here, maybe I'll do the thing where I lay down and they all just jump on me. Look at this. Shelby will walk right on top of me. Won't you? Mama, here I am. I just fight for attention whenever I lay down. Let me try to get a better angle of this. Yeah, I can't tilt it. Here I am trying to lay down. I've got this. I'm being pinned down by this cute little dog. Look at that smile. You can give me a smile. You can give me a smile. Well, mama. But yeah, everybody, happy old dog and cat farm. Oh, I'm getting licks down here. Oh, oh. There's a smile. This is Shelby. She's the most recent dog we've adopted. And she was known for being skittish and nervous. And now she's just a chill chick at the farm. She does like to run off though. There's a smile. Here's a smile. Only on one side though. But yeah, I will wake up with this dog standing on my chest, staring at me from like 3 inches away. Well, hello to you. This is Shelby. This is Mama. That's Bernie. That's Preacher. And then Saphira is asleep right there. And we've got cats too. This is the happy old dog meow farm. And let's get you to move just a little bit. There you go. Oh. And this is me. This is who I am. And yeah, I'm the caretaker of all these sweethearts. So welcome to the farm. And we'd love it if you guys could subscribe or like a video or check out some of our videos. We do a lot of shorts and we do a lot of widescreen stuff. And we try to remind everyone to adopt old cats and dogs because they're the best thing about having cats and dogs, in our opinion. And yeah, it's nothing but constant fun with these guys. Oh, there's Ringo. Oh, missed him. He was walking out back outside. There's a little Preacher. He was found. Oh, right on, Pinky. Congrats. But yeah, there's nothing like sitting down and having a big pile of dogs give you love. Yeah, and that was what I'm trying to do, is just show everyone a little slice of nature and what it takes for a dog or a cat to be happy. I think we're doing pretty well figuring that out. Right, Mama? Sorry I didn't give you enough attention. What's that? Mama's spot's right there, right next to her tail. If you can scratch that, you've won over. Yeah, we're getting to the point in time where it's almost time for BATHS again. I don't know how this little guy's gonna do. He's got all sorts of weird little marks all over his body. But yeah, man, this is the happy old dog and cat farm. That's sweet little Bernie. Oh, being cute as can be. He loves murdering stuffed animals. He collects them. And oh, that's the other thing about old dogs. They love to sleep. Don't they? Oh my gosh. Vicious wolf. Stan Durko, thank you for the love. Welcome to the channel. This is the Happy Old Dog and Cat Farm live stream. We do a lot of ASMR videos and a lot of just nature and old dogs and cats. And we love to remind people to adopt old dogs and cats. And we appreciate your love. It means a lot. This is Mama. This is Saphira. There's Miss Saphira. This is Miss Shelby. These are the boys. There's Bernie. Killing a bomb pop. And that's Preacher. He's asleep. And we're just hanging out, and we like to do live streams on the weekends or during the week sometimes. And we just like to reach out to people and just say hi and come on by and check out the channel. It's great for kids. Oh, I love hearing names of animals. Your Chihuahua's named Bella. Oh, that's Ringo the cat walking through. We rarely get to name our pets because they're usually old and they cut the names. But Bella's a great name for a Chihuahua, and Noodles and Creasiel. I love that. Noodles and Creasiel. Can you tell me what's the inspiration for Creasiel? Mama. Hi. He's named Preacher because he was abandoned at a church. Apparently, that's a very common thing that people will do is they'll abandon their dogs at a church. Paul, how you doing? Welcome to the live stream. We got little Bernie here, dispensing justice. I got my ice queen right here, my little mini Siberian husky. We've got Mama, just sort of sitting around with the dogs. We went out to the greenhouse a couple of times. We brought Lexi out earlier. We went and visited Tammy, who's just a big old mess in heat. Bernie is the sheriff. Look at this. He's just figuring out who do I torture next. He is pure love. What are you going to get? Which toy are you going to get? This dog right here, this is Bernie. Bernie is, at best guess, they're saying 14 or 15. The average age of these dogs is all about 14 or 15. Except Mama's about 12. She's a few years behind everyone. And so we lose a dog about once every 6 months on average since we started adopting regularly older dogs. And so a lot of times, you know, the channel will change. You're going to see different dogs, unfortunately, but that's part of life. Right now, we've got a pretty healthy pack. We're hoping we can go a whole year without having to deal with the inevitable. But you know, they the sanctuary always has more dogs ready to go, and they love having them come out to the farm and live. Yeah, much love from Mama. 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 Much love. You're getting much love. Can we see your beautiful eyes? Thank you. And much love. Saphira is one of the greatest dogs I've ever had. She's pretty much perfect. Isn't she? And Bernie, he's got a little poop and pee problem. Oh, what are you doing? But other than that, Bernie's a hilarious, great dog. Stan, thanks. I appreciate it. I feel like I'm just doing what's right, and I feel like I'm just doing barely more than most people could do. Um, yeah, a lot of people don't like confronting the mortality of an animal passing away, but once it happens to you a few times, you realize that it's just a beautiful part of life, and that, you know, I'm just really happy I was able to bring these dogs out to the farm and let them truly be happy instead of living in cages. You know, just letting the clock run out. We're gonna have fun letting the clock run out, right? Yeah, right. We're gonna have fun. We're gonna make life fun. Life should be fun, shouldn't it? Life should be fun, and life should be a lot of naps, right? Yeah, mama, mama. And yeah, folks, happy old dog and cat farm, and we want to share this. We want to share this experience with you. Yeah, and that's the thing is a lot of animals that are put to sleep are older animals. People naturally are inclined to want like the puppies and the kittens, and that's great. They need that too, but these guys are forgotten about. And I got to tell you, um, we have very few incidents here, other than the Chihuahua having a little bit of an issue with Saphira, but we're working on getting her over that. And yeah, folks, if you can adopt senior pets. Older dogs and cats are great additions to any house. They'll brighten up your life, and they transition into your lives very easily. Right, sweets? But yeah, so does anyone have any questions for me while I'm here? We're about to hit an hour. I like to take questions directly, and if anyone's got anything, feel free. Rich Evans. Hey, good to see you again, Rich. I recognize your name. Yeah, pit bulls are great. We lost a pit bull here in the past 2 or 3 years, and it was tragic. He was such a wonderful sweetheart. Would I say I'm a carpenter? I know way more about carpentry than most people that work with wood. I'll say that. Um, do I like to work with wood? Not too much anymore, but I do when I have to. I would say I'm a craftsman. It's probably the best way to describe me. And so, like right now, I'm working on restoring a 130-year-old church. So I'm actually a superintendent. So I oversee craftsmen and try to get them to make an old 130-year-old church work again. And but yeah, if I needed to build something out of wood, I could easily do it. I've got a workshop. I've got a lot of wood. I just I'd rather, me personally, if I was building something, I would try to find an excuse to make it out of metal. These days, I like welding a lot more. But that's just because I haven't done it as much. I also like concrete, like doing forms with concrete and stuff like that. Um, Thanks for the love. Other than that, when you live on a farm, you kind of have to know how to do things like that. Like one of the things I didn't realize when I got out here was that I was going to have to teach myself how to fix engines. Being a mechanic you start with small engine, and you start with a small engine, and then you learn how to fix them and keep them up, and then from there it it just kind of projects kind of make themselves, because you have so many things that are powered out here from small gas engines. I wish I was a handy person. I could take it apart and then I'd have to hire somebody to put it back together for me. Yeah, but you want to know what, Rich? The internet's out there for you, my man. I would be lying if I didn't say I was in that same position a lot of times, or I would have never even have opened something up if I didn't see a video or two of someone already doing it. Um, Unless you're just not worried about whatever it is you're fixing getting fixed, I recommend just taking it apart. But at least learn about what you're doing, and always learn about always try to understand what your goal is. Well, I mean, being handy for me came from a basis of necessity, if that makes sense. So, like, I needed to make things work or to make things fix because I had no other option. And I guess that's where the nugget starts. So, at a very young age, I was grew up in a family business where we fixed like typewriters and adding machines. And at about the age of 7, I started fixing those on a regular basis because I had to, not because I wanted to. I just had to. My belief is that woodshop needs to be back in schools in a more in-depth curriculum. I agree, but I mean, at least a little. I agree. Woodshop does need to be back in school. Also, home ec, I would go with, needs to be back in school too. I took both, and they were both just as valuable, in my opinion. And home ec is nothing to shake a stick at. There's a lot to learn there. But yeah, I think a lot of curriculums are stripped down and gloss over a lot of basic information that life is supposed to provide you. But that's just the nature of education in this country, and how it like devalues the student and devalues their need to have a more rounded education. But whatever, we can talk about that for days. I loved home ec. I thought it was great. I had such a blast. I mean, the stuff we made, I still like make today. You know, the only thing I didn't really like was we made this roll cake. Like where you make a really flat sheet pancake, and then you let it cool down, and then you cover it like 2/3 of it in jelly and roll it up, and then slice it in thin slices. But it's just jelly and cake. When you want to put like frosting in there. But other than that, I loved everything else we made. The roll cake, yeah, the jelly roll cake. That's what it was called. But yeah, they were a total mess. Did the sheet cake crumble? No, not the recipe I made. I mean, maybe it was I remember, I think if I'm remembering correctly, that like you kind of have to let it cool a little bit, but not a lot. But it was also a type of thing where you didn't want it to melt whatever you were putting in between it, if that makes sense. So, yeah, it was, I just didn't like it though. It was just like too much jelly. I mean, maybe it would have been good if it was a peanut butter and jelly sheet roll cake, but I don't know. Yeah, well, that's the best part about if they break apart mid roll, you just keep going, you know. Exactly. The ambient heat would melt it, but then you have to have the fine line where it's still pliable to roll. Baking videos. So last week, when I live streamed, I made meatballs doing it. I made some meatballs. And then while they were baking, we went around and hung out with the dogs. And so are you saying you want me to do baking videos or cooking videos? Because I was thinking, like, well, give me some ideas. What would you want to see me bake? Because, I can make bread, I can make all sorts of stuff, but it's like, at the same time, it would probably be easier to make like desserts because bread, you have to let it proof for a few hours. Would I feel inclined to do more? Sure. Yeah, I mean, I've been cooking since I've been 5 years old. I mean, I remember roasting a bird for the first time when I was 7, when my mom was away for a while. Make a fly pie? You mean shoe fly pie? I mean, I can pretty much cook anything, but if you give me a bunch of ideas, it'll really help me because the meatballs were easy because, I was just mixing stuff up into one bowl and then I had both my hands free. It Don't worry about expensive. I mean, it's not like a sheet roll cake is expensive. What's hard is so I most of my views come from from doing this, from just live streaming, and at with my phone set like this. And so when you're cooking, your depth of field, from side to side is very limited. So it wasn't impossible, but as far as like getting shots and stuff, um, my wife keeps telling me that she thinks I should do more cooking because they would probably get a lot more views, and I don't disagree with her. A meatloaf? I just made a meatloaf. Um, a pig picking cake. I've never heard of that. And also, yes, whatever you think I can your name. Yes, Rich Evans says yes. And oh, as far as a shoe fly pie, yeah, I'll make a shoe fly pie. I can do that. Making a pie would be easy. I don't want to do too many desserty things, but yeah, I can definitely make more desserts. Meatloaf, I love meatloaf too. And I got to tell you, I've been making it lately, and I've been doing it Amish style, where you just make gravy, brown gravy, instead of doing that red nuclear sweet gravy. And I got to tell you, I love both, but I really like the gravy lately. Ah, you pinky, put the hard boiled egg in the middle of the meatloaf. So yeah, that's like an old like Italian mom meatloaf, where you run a hard boiled egg through the center of the meatloaf, and so when you cut it, there's like a little surprise hard boiled egg in the middle of your meatloaf. Mco, good to see you. An apple pan dowdy. Okay, so we're talking a British dessert here, I believe. I've heard of a dowdy before. So we've got shoe fly pie, meatloaf, apple pan dowdy. Oh, Lisa, nice to see you. Used to make a turkey sun-dried tomato with Bailey. Is that barley meatloaf? You put some barley in there? That's a great idea. I like adding on top of like the breadcrumbs. I like putting in bulgur wheat. It goes really well. Mariah's mom, how are you? And so we're talking a turkey, so ground turkey, sun-dried tomato, and barley. I bet that's great. Oh, basil. Well, that's great too. Oh, so it's kind of like got a little Italian Mediterranean vibe. I love it. Sounds great. I put I literally just made a meatloaf like 3 days ago. I put sauerkraut in mine. It was really good. We're talking about things that I should make on live stream during live stream. Because last week I made some meatballs. People really liked it. And I'm just looking for ideas. So I've got shoe fly pie, an apple. I don't want to mispronounce it. An apple pan dowdy. Oh, is that where you make it in a pan and flip it over? And I think I know what you're talking about. And yeah, so I'm just trying to look for something that I can make in this format where I'm holding vertical and I'm not holding the phone horizontal, because this is where I get most of my views. And it seemed to work out. People really liked me making meatloaf. Oh, monkey bread, yeah. Classic. Monkey bread. I mean, that's easy. I can literally make anything. I can, but the thing I was thinking is like as far as bread is concerned, I'd probably have to at least proof the bread first and then do the live stream, because you're looking at an hour for your first proof. Monkeys are protected. They sure are. Oh, look who I've got here, by the way. All this talk of food. All this talk of food. Okay, but so I remember this British dessert that you make in a pan where you put the filling, you do the filling on a pan on a stove, caramelize it, and then you put pastry dough over the top of it, and then you cook it in an oven to cook the pastry dough. And then you take the whole thing out and you flip it upside down onto a plate. And I forgot what it was called. I must be mistaking what a dowdy is. I'm not too well versed on British desserts, but I do know enough to know that they're freaking delicious. So let's just say Saturday. I'll do a cooking and we'll check in on the animals on Saturdays. That's when I've got off. Um, Maybe I should do some more southern stuff. But I can't think of anything that'd be that impressive. Um, Not sure. Like I said, it sounds like meatloaf. It sounds like we're doing a meatloaf next Saturday, unless I hear a better. I also heard a call up for a shoe fly pie. Oh, apple brown Betty. I mean, I don't think apple brown Betty is much different than an apple cobbler. And then my wife we actually had an argument about this one night. It's like, is an apple cob? What makes something a cobbler? What makes something um, streusel? An apple streusel, and then there's like a third thing, and they're all almost the same. Apple brown Betty. Okay. Well, let me ask you guys this: should we do something sweet next week, or should we do something savory? A good cobbler without real butter? I mean, sure. I mean, most of the flavor from a cobbler is coming from the fruit and the sugar. The fat shouldn't matter too much. I got one vote for savory, one vote for sweet. Last night I made these savory turnovers, and I put I put pulled pork in them and some cheese and some hot peppers and some dirty rice and beans. Sweet, salty joy. Savory, sweet, salty joy. You guys, what do you think? Of course, when I'm put on the spot, I can't think of anything. But man, let me stew over the week about it too. Maybe I should do something a little bit more southern. Um, like, is there? Gosh, I don't want to do anything like. Have you guys heard of chocolate gravy? Biscuits and chocolate gravy? Anybody hear of that yet? Maybe I shouldn't do that. There's a chocolate shortage happening. There's this new kind of trend in Southern food where they do biscuits and chocolate gravy. Oh, okay, Rich. Thanks. Joy says sweet. Okay. Um, Hugs for the animal. Doctor Who, what, where? Thanks so much for the $2. I'll give you a love on that. We'll also put you in the intro of the new episodes where we're gonna have your name in there, Doctor Who, what, where, and I'll proudly put that there because I love Doctor Who. Um, Gosh, I'm trying. It's been a while since I've made desserts. What was my? I used to make this dessert. It was kind of like a pizza, but it was like a pie, and you'd like cut little squares of it, and it was really easy. And it was like basically you just make a really flat pie. Granny, how you doing? Lemon meringue. Okay, now as far as me pulling off a meringue on camera, I guess it's not impossible. Uh, let me think about the meringue. Let me get through like that's a little bit more of an advanced dessert. Let me get through a couple of these before I start hitting the meringues. But that is a good idea, honestly. And also too, I don't know if you've ever had it, but a peach meringue pie that'll stop the show, man. Lemon meringue is great, but peach meringue, whoo. And Granny, we're trying to come up with. People really liked my meatball demo last Saturday. I don't know if you saw that, but I made meatballs on camera. Peach meringue's delicious. And I was trying to think of something to make next Saturday. I figured I'll do cooking demos on Saturday. And it sounds like everyone wants something sweet. You got any ideas? I heard shoe fly pie, and honestly, shoe fly pie sounds like a great idea. I haven't made that in a long, long time. Yeah, peach meringue, fantastic. Pineapple upside down cake. Do we have fresh pineapples around here now? Pineapple upside down is a great cake. Um, I'm kind of a snob about ingredients. Like I'm not gonna if I don't see like good pineapples, I'm not going to buy it. But if I see a good pineapple, how about a shoe fly pie? Shoe fly pie might be the ticket. It's something. Actually, that's not technically southern, is it? That's kind of more of a East Coast type thing. Key lime pie. You're just. I mean, I can do a key lime pie, sure, but let me. You know, I don't want to fly too close to the sun. Let's put it that way. Not this early in the game. Um, I like the idea of a meatloaf. I like the idea of doing a shoe fly pie. Um, I like the idea of doing the latest rage, which is country biscuits and chocolate gravy. People really seem to like that. Okay, no pumpkin, sweet. Oh, of course. Granny Paul and I are on the same page. Y'all think pumpkin pie is great, is where it's at. Well, we're here to tell you you're wrong. Sweet potato pie is infinitely better pie. Um, and also just way more like rootsy, authentic type thing to eat for a dessert. And on top of that, I used to have this driver that worked for me, and he was an old time baker, and he was a great guy. He's this old dude, and he used to make bean pie. He used to make pinto bean pie, and I got to tell you, that pinto bean pie was darn near as good as sweet potato pie. And yeah, maybe I'll do a sweet potato pie. The only thing about sweet potato pie is like, so I think about like the whole process of it, and I try to like think about how that'll play off on camera, and you just don't really get a payoff because you have to let the thing set for like 2 hours. And if I'm doing it in a live stream, I would kind of want to do something where I would just need to like put it in the oven and then it would kind of be done, because then we go hang out with the animals. Pinto bean pie is it's a very intense Southern soul food type thing, and it's basically just in that lesson is just like if you add vanilla and sugar and fat to something, it'll be good. And so you can literally use any type of bean and make an insanely good pie. Okay, Bodhi, if you're allergic to sweet potatoes, then pumpkin for you indeed. By all means. It's just if you've ever, for a lot of folks, eventually you have a Thanksgiving where someone brings a sweet potato pie and puts it right up next to a pumpkin pie. And I don't know, there's just something about it. It's just one, it's more orange, and two, so it like looks a little better, and two, it's just something about the way it's flavored. It just snaps more. Sweet potato pie, being a pie is good. I tried that before. And yeah, don't let making a pie get you down. They're very easy, and a lot of people have a hard time with making a crust. I personally feel like there's no shame in just buying a crust, but I'm gonna make my crust. That's just how I roll. And gosh, I think my favorite pie though is blueberry pie. And but then my personal method for making a pie is I used to make, I'd call it a sheep pie. So I would roll the crust out as thin as possible, like a thin crust pizza, and I'd put just a little bit of a divot around it, and then I would put my fruit filling on top of that, and I'd bake it. And you essentially have a pizza you cut into like squares, and it's a great way to just not eat an entire slice of pie. My crust recipe, it depends on what I'm making. Depends on what I'm making, because I mean you need different crusts for different stuff. But if I'm making a crust, it's butter. It's going to be butter. Some people really like that, put a little margarine in there too, but I'm just a fan of butter. But at the same time, like if you're doing like a frozen or freezer pie, you don't need to do that. You can just like use chocolate wafers and just smash them in there. Yeah, have you ever heard of vinegar pie? That's an old school, like deep depression pie. Then there's that mock apple pie that you make with Ritz crackers that like you just add citric acid to it, and it's literally for when you're so poor you don't even have apples. And you make it with Ritz crackers, and the thing tastes like an apple pie by the time you're done. Boston cream pie is delicious, but let's be honest, that's not a pie. It's a cake. It's more of a tort, really, but it's delicious. Don't get me wrong. Mock apple pie is surprisingly good. Mama's little baby loves shortening bread. She loves shortening bread, which is different than shortening in a pie crust. But yeah, I know a lot of people that swear on that shortening for like making cookies, um, stuff like that. Like they feel like it makes them like a little bit crispier. Shortening pie? Mama's little baby was shortening pie? Huh. I've never heard that version. And yeah, I mean, I'm not here to disparage anybody's ideas. These are all great ideas, so I really appreciate it. Thank you so much. And gosh, right now I'm looking at just a bunch of sleeping dogs. So, but I'm still kind of dwelling on the shoe fly pie. And my wife's favorite is a chocolate chess. That's another depression era pie for when you're like so poor you don't even have fruit. I'm in Middle Tennessee, so I'm in the Tennessee region, and down here they do stuff like Mountain Dew cake and all sorts of weird stuff like that. But as far as like what is the quintessential like Tennessee dessert? I don't know. I think it would. I can't really think of anything like what uniquely Tennessee other than like country ham. Honestly, it's not really dessert, but biscuits, Southern biscuits with chocolate gravy seems to be the new like dessert rage that I've heard about. Churn ice cream. No, I can't do. I've never done that. I don't have a churn either. Wasn't Daniel Boone from Tennessee? I think so. Yeah, 7 Up cake or just soda cake. I mean, you can go to grocery stores here and buy like Orange Crush cake, 7 Up cake, Mountain Dew cake, and it's just like literally cake where instead of adding liquid, you just add soda. Fruit punch cake. I remember that. The Kool-Aid cakes. Um, Daniel Boone from Tennessee. I think he was. I think at least he definitely lived here. Didn't he end up dying at the Alamo? Like, I think. Oh, a Jello cake. Yeah, yeah, that would be very Tennessee. A Jello cake. And honestly, some Jello cakes are good. I used to make this thing called a pie cake, where while it was cooking, the batter separated, and then the top part would be like a little layer of cake, and then the bottom part was kind of the creamy pie. Jello cakes. All right, maybe I'll look at making a Jello cake. Yeah, maybe. If not, feel free to like go into the. I'll put up a poll or something, or put up a little post on the net on the social part of this channel, and you guys can give me more ideas. But I'm going to be looking at some sort of pie. Oh, or maybe I don't know. Cheesecakes. So I can make a hell of a cheesecake, but I got to tell you, doing it on a live stream with a camera strapped around my neck is going to be a tall ask. And that's also something that needs to set up. So I want to be able to provide a payoff. You can't do a cooking demo and not have like some payoff where it's done. And, if something needs to set up for like 2 or 3 hours, after it's cooked, I don't really, and I could be wrong. Set me straight if I am. Goldschlager, Jaeger bombs, you guys. Yeah, those are a little hard. What do you think, Saphira? What should I make? Should I make a Jello cake? Or should I make a pie cake? What do you think? Where'd you go? There you are. So yeah, I don't know. I'm going to do some research too on like Tennessee desserts. I feel like I should kind of promote Tennessee a little bit too, even though, even though it's Tennessee, I love living here, but boy, do I hate a lot of things about it, about like the way it's run. Hmm. I mean, maybe just an apple pie. Oh, there's a new thing where people are putting just, like where people used to melt cheese over pieces of apple pie. I don't know if you guys know about that, where you take sharp cheddar cheese and melt it over apple pie. It's kind of a Midwest thing. People are starting to put the cheese in the pie now. Rich, you grew up in Philly? Gosh, what a great food town. Such good food there. Um, I just started talking about food and I can't stop thinking about it. If I had to say what is a Tennessee dessert, I would probably say it's chess pie. It's a chess pie, but at the same time, that's a pie that needs a Tennessee jam cake. Thanks, Susan. I've never heard of that. Is that just kind of like a roll cake? Because we were already talking about roll cakes, but I'll look into that. A Tennessee jam cake, huh? That's a new one. Thank you. But you guys have given me a lot to think about. Um, I think I set a new episode to drop in about 40 minutes. And on the shorts, I finally am doing an overdubbed short. And it's of little Tammy the cat. And I think it's funny. So it's only 8 seconds long, but I think it's got legs, everyone. I think people are gonna like it. Um, so right now, as I exit this conversation, I'm thinking meatloaf, shoe fly pie, Tennessee jam cake, um, maybe a chess pie, maybe just make my own version of a pie, which I call just flat pie, and banana pudding. Yeah, banana pudding's more of an assembly though. It's not really. I mean, it kind of is cooking, but it's more assembly. I mean, it's just like Nilla wafers and banana pudding and chunks of banana and whipped cream. But yeah, they eat that stuff up crazy time here. You are so right. Rich, come on by. Come on by the farm, buddy. We'll feed you. I've got some meatloaf. We're gonna do some of that leftover meatloaf I made tonight. Um, but yeah, maybe I'll. Well, I think chess pie needs a setup too. That's why it's just like maybe I should make my pie, the pie that if someone's like, "Hey, make me a pie," I would probably make you guys this pie, and it's more like it's kind of like if you combine a pie and a pizza because it's flat and you can eat and it sets up really quick. It sets up in like 5 minutes and you can eat it. Get your plane tickets, everybody. Come on out. Come on down to Nashville. Um, the sheet pie makes pies insanely easy. It also makes portion control a lot easier. Um, and yeah, I can also, I never use pie filling. I always just make it from scratch. It's not like it's hard. Sausage McGriddle, pecan pie. Oh, that's more of a Georgia thing, but boy, oh boy, delicious. God, I love a pecan pie. Gosh, you guys. You ever had a chocolate pecan pie? That'll make you think about reevaluate life. Um, I could do a flat pecan pie, but at that point, it's like, does it become a bar or is it a pie the way I make it? I don't know. I don't know. I'm gonna make it with fruit the first time, and maybe I'll do blueberry on one half. I could even do a half and half, like a blueberry on one half and an apple on the other half. I used to do it with pear. Basically, it was a variation of a pear tart that I used to make, and I realized I could just do it with any fruit. Just here to poop, rethinking all of my life might be a bit much. Oh, are you on the pot right now? I get it. And yeah, you guys, I think I want to show you guys next week how to do a sheet pie. and it really takes a lot of and doing it live too, I think is going to be fun too, because you really are going to, anything could go wrong at that point, right? Blackberry pie. Blackberries are very Tennessee. My blackberry bush is growing like crazy around here. Um, I don't think they're in season now though, but I am seeing a lot of blueberries in season, and then apples. We're at that time of year for apples. So what do you think? Oh, he was just jumping up and looking cute. These guys are getting a little amped up for their adventure. Shoe fly pie. Okay. I will. Let me look at what it takes to. Let me look at the recipe for a shoe fly pie again, because maybe I can make a flat shoe fly pie. Hey, Rich Evans. Red raspberry. Red raspberry sounds great. The way I cook though is what ingredients are looking good, and I don't really compromise on that. I'm not going to buy something that looks bad just because I have to make some recipe, fit it into some recipe. It's people cook with the ingredients first, and that's the lesson I've always learned from food. Sheet pie. Okay. I'm not sure what a slab pie is. Uh, it's not very slabby. And I cook it on a sheet pan too. So it's not like a bar. It's not like a pie, a bar. Sorry, a bar pie or anything like where you make like a a cheesecake bars or something. I'll look up slab pie. I've never heard of that. It's basically like I said, it started from a recipe for a peach tort, and then I just went from there. And then or now a pear tort, and then I went from there because it was just too easy to do, and I could literally make it. And like the prep for it was like 10 minutes. It was so easy to make. And yeah, so thanks for the ideas, everyone. It's great chatting with you all, and we've got an episode dropping soon here. Love to have you guys check it out. And it's always great hearing from you. And if you could like and subscribe and check out all of our content as it comes out, or keep an eye out for it, we'd love it. And have a good one, everyone.